Hello there. So I invite you to join me this absolutely lovely Thursday, and we're going to be riffing around and have a lot of fun. Hopefully, we're going to break some cool licks or cool riffs down for you, so you can really get them under your fingers and start playing them. I can't smell what the rock is cooking. I love to. Cheers, Dos. How are you doing, man? Sebastian, what's up? Hermetica. Not sure what that means. Robin, that's true. Outdoor today. It's such a lovely day. I thought I would bring you outside and we can enjoy the sun together. So I will soon start speaking about riffing. I'm just going to be jamming around a little bit to see if we can get some people to tune in. Daniel. Ooh, a beer. Cheers for that. So, Mr. Make the Adjustment, I'm in Stockholm, Sweden. How about you, man? Ilmac, damn, what's up, man? How do I play such crazy riffs? That's exactly what we're going to speak about today. Bro, you lit as fuck. Thank you. Are we even allowed to say that? I hope the stream didn't get banned everywhere. Your skills are dark and mine are bright. I don't know about that, man, but I think that's a compliment, so thank you. Oh, Riff Country. Oh, Riff Country, yeah, Sweden, Riff Country. That's true. We have lots of cool metal bands coming from here. Teach me, dog. That's what I'm gonna do. Hey, Ayan, what's up, my man? Not Australia, the other part of the world. Sweden, Scandinavia. I've never been to Australia. That would be fun. Fight the good fight. Cheers, Mike. Desert van life. Nikos, good morning from Greece. Then Catalaveno. Yeah, that's what I know. Smoke on the water. Ooh, I'm actually not playing the guitar. It's fake. Pretty cool. I didn't know that. It's like this Matrix thing where I think I'm playing the guitar, but it's all happening in my head and in your head. But in reality, we're just, in the Matrix. Marian, I'm not German. I'm Swedish. Close. Ich spreche nicht Deutsch. Aber ich bin von Schweden und ich habe eine große Gitarre. What inspired you to play the guitar? Cool question right there. I think when I got serious about practicing was probably a mix of Slash and Yngwie, somewhere around there. Voodoo Child, I don't know that one. I don't know more than that. Okay, so we have some people in here now. That's awesome. So today's session is going to be about riffing. but not necessarily as extremely flashy and difficult as you might have perceived that. We're gonna try to kind of break it down and just look at some basic building blocks that you can build upon, and that's gonna sound cool. And we can't really avoid the fact that the guitar really lends itself for these open string chugs. So if you haven't done that yet, that's going to be your number one. So you're going to be touching the string lightly with the palm right where the string starts. That's how you get the chug, right? Otherwise it sounds like this. Or if you palm it too far up, it's going to sound bad as well. So you really have to put your palm where the string starts. That's key. So we're chugging, but what do we do next? Well, we like to rely on downstrokes here. Some people like upstrokes, some people like both. I like all of them. So down, down, and up, right? Dimebag Darrell was famous for liking upstrokes because of that extra little scratch. But he sure as hell played downstrokes as well. And same thing with James Hetfield. He likes, or the opposite, he likes downstrokes, but he does a lot of down and upstrokes. So those are like early Hetfield riffs, and they're definitely using fast down and upping. So that's kind of up to you. But if you're just starting out, you're probably going to find it easier to just play downstrokes, right? The forbidden riff. That's not the forbidden riff, but I guess it's kind of forbidden. So downstrokes is the shit if you're just starting out, especially if you got some distortion dialed in and you're palm muting. That's when you get into the chug zone, I guess. But what do you do next? Well, there's a lot of cool things to be found actually around the E position here. You can find cool things anywhere on the guitar, but I think if you're just starting out, this is going to be fairly easy because you might have played an E5 power chord. So these strings are too old, I should change them. But anyhow, that's a good starting point. Just fret the second fret on the A string, and you have your fantastic chuggy chord. It doesn't have to get fancier than that. You can already come up with some cool rhythms. But since I'm really no master of gent and cool rhythms, I'm gonna give you a little secret here. I like to add the third fret as well. So I do know the forbidden riff, but I didn't feel like playing it. So if you have your standard E5 chord here, what is stopping you from sliding up to the third fret? Absolutely nothing. So let's do it. So that's a good start. If you can play the E5 chord, you can most likely start moving your finger around. And there are some really cool riffs to be had by doing that. So let's try that. But hold it, Chris, you did lots of other things there. That's true, and we're going to look at that. So I like this kind of build up and down towards and out of that B notes, right? The second fret A string. So what you can do is just add the third fret on the low E string, and that creates a really nice kind of scalar build up. So you could, you know, hang around a little bit around that, and then you could do, right? Just 3-0, and that creates a kind of natural bridge between the basically the pedal note there, the note you're constantly repeating, the low E string, and the high note you're aiming for, which is the B note. So, and you can add a bend there. You can even add a second fret, so you play 3-2-0. That's for you, Skiblivion. So we could even try to play our riff. Which leads me to another cool topic, how you can start weaving in inspirations like that, or just like licks in general into your riffing. And now we've taken a huge step towards more advanced riffing, and we can do exactly that. Thanks for the request, by the way. Let's try some more. So if we have our, which is what I just played, right? And I got the request to play Sweet Child of Mine. So what I did was, then I didn't want to slide all the way up there, so I figured maybe I can use that Sweet Child of Mine pattern somewhere down here, basically in a more riff-friendly position. So you would maybe try to figure it out first. So maybe we could try that. You see, you got to work a little bit on it to squeeze it in there. Maybe there's a, that's cooler. So there you have an idea how to kind of weave in a melody into your riffing. The problem here is I'm not comfortable enough to actually throw this in with the groove, and you can hear I'm kind of struggling, and that's because I haven't practiced this, right? I would need to sit around a little bit and just do. It's hard, but you get the point there, right? We start with one riff, and we start adding influences to these chugs. We can borrow from other tunes, especially if we start altering notes and changing notes, and that's thanks to your request of Sweet Child of Mine there. Maybe we can find some other thing here. Yeah, Enter Sandman, that's a cool request, Caleb. So can we weave in some Enter Sandman into our riffing? Can you guys even see me? I'm gonna sit a little better here. So you can see how I took that Enter Sandman riff and totally changed it and didn't kind of respect at all the riff in itself. I just let myself basically be inspired by that riff to come up with something on my own. And it's crazy how many cool riffs have been written, especially Metallica riffs, just by borrowing inspiration. I mean, that's how James and Lars wrote their tunes, and probably still do. You know, they listened to records together and they would jam. It's like, maybe we could try something like that, and it evolved from there. So you should and could do the same. Start with some basic riffing like the one I showed you. And yeah, sure, short etities. We can definitely take some Sweet Child of Mine. We can take some Enter Sandman. And I hate my guitar right now. It doesn't want to be in tune, no matter how I try. This is a string. You should never play with old strings. But anyhow, mixing influences is awesome. You should borrow influences from everywhere. Can I hear it clean? Keith, what do you want to hear clean? Right, that's clean, and then sorry, don't know much of Michael Jackson at all. Voodoo Child. Oh, how can we weave that in? I don't know if that worked. It was fun. I don't know Purple Rain. I don't know any asking Alexandria. Greetings from Mexico. How you doing, Evelyn? Jeff Beck, don't know anything. Squealy, yeah, Jack, we can definitely throw in some squeals in here. We should, because it's so cool. So if you're riffing, basically what I've shown you up to this point, you're throwing in those riffs is awesome, or those squeals is awesome. So whenever you can, here's your string, here's your pick, here's the regular way you pick. Then what you should do is touch with the thumb as you pick. That's how you get those squeals, you know? So if you're riffing and you want some extra tension, you can definitely throw in those squeals, and it can basically turn any note into an awesome note. So just plucking the regular way compared to adding that squeal and a little bit of vibrato, and you're into a whole new place, right? Now, of course, those squeals, they don't sound very good unless you add a good dose of vibrato to them as well. Smells like Teen Spirit. That one is very hard to kind of include into your riffing, but let's try it. I don't know. You hit it. Thank you, Short Edits. Uh, so sorry for not catching all your comments. I try my best. Fade to black, start to finish. I don't know it, but it's like. Oh. Well, let's try that. So, oh, there's going to be an explosion here. I'm happy it's not Russia. Could you hear that? They're, using dynamite to remove some rocks or whatever. Okay, so let's do fade to black in a riff. So do 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 do. So here's our riffing, right? I messed up. You can just borrow the descending part there. So. So that sounds really cool. And if you, the smaller the part you steal, the cooler it's probably going to sound and the more original it's going to sound. But we can basically borrow more of the rhythm without stealing the exact chord progression. So fade to black would obviously be. So we could do. So it's kind of cool that you can borrow some parts here and there and you get more and more of a riff of your own going there. I don't know Smooth Criminal. Siren to know, I'm absolutely shredding it. You're too kind, guys. Lithium by Nirvana. Fight Fire with Fire. He's just noodling. Why everyone looking for a masterpiece? So Fight Fire with Fire, that's like it doesn't have that much groove. It's more of a grinding thing, but we can try a little bit of that and weave that into our riffing as well. So we have two others as they. I messed up. So that's a cool idea, though. So in order not to make it that obvious, we're stealing that requested Metallica riff. Why don't we play it further up? So we can somehow weave that. Maybe try something like that. So here's our riff, right? The one we established in the beginning. I messed up quite a bit, but it's still interesting. We can try it some more. I don't know, but it's fun. A girl like you, don't know it. Another one bites the dust, and another one goes, I wish I knew it. Seek and Destroy. Yeah, it's pretty sunny for where we live at. That's why I'm sitting outside. Just want to get some sun, Typically, I've been doing these inside, but when the sun is this good, you just have to go outside. So Seek and Destroy. Yeah, sure, we can try with another one. So Seek and Destroy will be something like. So see if we can grab that riff. I messed up, but you can definitely do it. You can borrow that idea. James Blunt postcards. Don't know what that is. Tell me how to compose own guitar solo and own track. Ooh, interesting. So, if you want to compose your own guitar solo and own track as a beginner, how do you do it in short time and low effort? That's a good one. So you can't do it with low effort. Short time, you can't do it with a lot of commitment. So that's the number one. You got to be committed. There's nothing you can do well with short time and low effort. The first is find something that inspires you a whole lot, because then it's going to be easy. Every second you try it, and while you're inspired, you're going to make 10 times more progress than if you're just trying to do something for the sake of doing something, if you get my point. So find some way of why not having fun with these riffs the same way as we're doing right now, Find some way of having fun with jamming with riffs. That would be a good starting point, because if you can sit and just jam away, you're eventually going to stumble upon some really cool riffs. And you can't really do that if you've never learned other people's riffs. So this kind of comes at a later stage. If you're just starting out, that won't work. So try to... So when you do that, you're basically exploring variations of the things you already know. And that's, I think, how a lot of riffs are written. It's just like a variation that's sometimes to an extreme point where nobody would kind of recognize that this resembles something you played or something you heard or whatever. But you can do the same. So have a good starting point where you're inspired to play, and maybe some riffs that you've already learned, and see if you can spend some serious time with those. That's, I think, a good recipe for coming up with riffs on your own. And with riffs of your own, you can then start piecing them together to start writing songs of your own. And that comes with practice, it comes with dedication, it comes with time. But the quicker you can get started writing riffs, writing songs, the sooner your songs are actually going to start sounding good. Your first songs are not going to sound good, but that's not the point either. If you have fun while doing it, then you're already on the path towards greatness. So yeah, that would be my tip for you. Master of Puppets. Well, we can definitely try doing something with that. So that's a... I think I messed up. I don't know that part, but anyhow, can we steal some of that? We probably can, so let's start with our riff. So we can take the Master of Puppets rhythm and we can turn it into something more melodic, right? So instead of doing the super kind of chromatic and evil sounding, we could do so it's a similar rhythm, right? And of course we can play it on the low E string to get a little bit more of a chug going. So how can we make it melodic down here? I don't know, that's a lot of fun, everything can kind of be weaved into that. What is Impossible Mission? I don't know what that is. The thing that should not be. Do, 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 do. Yeah, that's a cool one. I don't know it though. Perfect Weapon, don't know it. How do you stream those sounds? So right now I have a super basic setup. It's just your, can you guys even see that? There's my amp. The power cord is a little short, but it's a Yamaha THR. And as you can tell, it's a really portable amp. I like it a lot. I'm not sure how it compares with the other practice amps that are popular these days. I can't remember what their name is. There are a whole bunch of small, super popular, very cheap, and supposedly very cool sounding amps. This is pretty cheap as well. I think I bought it for like 200 bucks new, which is pretty decent. It's a digital amp, but I'm getting some great sounds out of it. It's, as you can tell, it's portable. It has this built-in tuner. Yeah, it's good. If it had a built-in drum machine, I'd be really happy, but I don't know if any amps have it. Ouch, this is what I'm playing through, and it's just directly to my iPhone. I'm gonna listen back to it and see if sound is okay. I'm about to make some very cool upgrades to my camera and audio, so hopefully in a few days it's gonna sound and look much better than now. Maybe not when I'm playing outside, but when I'm playing in the studio. So that's gonna be cool. Yeah, if you guys have any other recommendations for practice amp, I'd like to know. I had the Roland Cube, which was pretty okay, but again, I don't remember the names of the famous one now everybody uses. Iron Man, Black Sabbath. Oh, I must have killed something here, because there's no sound coming. Did I break the amp? I hope not. There's light coming from it, thank you. Map changes. I don't know what that is every time I die. What is the best advice you can give to a beginner guitarist? Good one, love it. So, most of the people watching this are going to be beginners, let's face it, and most of the advice I give here are for advanced people, and that sucks. But I think beginners can take a little bit of the ideas I presented in the beginning of this video. So do watch the replay where I show you how to basically build a riff from scratch and choose just simple fingering, right? But when you're starting out, what truly matters is the fact that you keep on trying to play and not give up. That's the only thing that matters in the beginning, because most people give up in the beginning. So you can disregard anything anyone tells you about something you have to do in the very beginning. You might get to hear, well, if you learn it the wrong way, then this and that can happen. And while that is true, if you put the guitar down, it doesn't matter if you attempted to learn something the wrong way. So that's the number one priority. If you were an intermediate player, or if at least you had been playing for a few months, then I would start throwing advice at you, which is based around not building bad habits and stuff like that. But if you're just starting out, the only thing that matters is that you keep on playing, because you will sound like crap for the first months, easy. And that's how it is for everybody. But your job is to keep on playing in spite of sounding like crap. So that's pretty much the only advice that really matters at the beginning. And in order to do that, you should start looking for learning material that is somewhat related to your personal and musical preferences. So that's why I can't tell you what to practice. But if you like Metallica, then learn some super easy Metallica riffs, you know? If you like something else, then learn some super easy stuff from that one. And if it's an artist that doesn't have a lot of easy material, Yngwie Malmsteen, then you can try simplifying maybe, or, you know, play something that's at least a bit close to that, something Yngwie would do, you know? Could be a bend, you know, if you want to do this. That's not so easy when you're starting out, but Yngwie ends these runs with you know, with a bend, and that's something you can start working on, right? Maybe you could try bending a little bit. That's going to be hard as well in the beginning. Just goes to show that be creative. Try to find the stuff that inspires you, that is close to your favorite artist, your favorite music. I think that's pretty much the best thing you can do in the beginning, because that's, as soon as you make a little bit of progress, you're going to get such a kick. It's like, whoa, I can sound at least a little bit like my favorite artist. And then you're hooked. Then you're gonna keep on playing, and then I can start giving you the intermediate advice, which is, yeah, sure, be careful with your posture, you know, always bend with supporting fingers, don't only play downstrokes, and all, you know, there's a million things to be said. But again, it's not relevant until we're sure that you're not gonna put the guitar down. I don't know Polyphia, unfortunately. I don't know Bad Horse. No, that's Pantera. How does a Bad Horse? I don't remember. It's a cool track though. Burnt is cool for sure. Sweet Child of Mine. I don't know that. Blues licks. Let's do some blues licks in our riffing. Oh man, there's a, sounds like a fighter jet or something. So I love throwing in these blues licks into my playing, into my riffing, and it's just, I don't know, it's hard to find something that really kind of kicks things around like a blues lick in the middle of a metal riff. I love that. And a lot of, you know, the big Metallica hits, for example, they have some blues elements to them, but not as extreme maybe as a... The riff Randy Rhoads played. Can't play anymore. What happened? I can't play. Strike of the Beast, I don't know it. Hearts of the Rising Sun. Måneskin, I don't know what that is. Farewell by Burnt. No, I don't know anything of that. Metallica, I think I just did. No, I didn't. Metallica. Should know some Metallica. I don't know. No. Seems I'm prone to messing up today. Walk. I think that's just a. Måneskin. I don't think I know anything by. I think it's Måneskin. Is that a Swedish band? Sorry, Vito Bratas. Love him, but I don't know him. Highway to Hell. Oh, they're not Swedish? Holy diver. Ouch. Sun is biting. Hey, I'm gonna grab myself a bite. You should too. If you have one. Here it is. In Swedish, this is called clementine. Clementine? Could that be it? I don't know. What's it called in English? No, it's satsumas, I think. Is it the same word in English? Satsumas? Annihilator, cool. Mr. Big, don't know it. Voodoo Child. Oh, Monaghan. Is that Italian? I had no idea. Rob Zombie, don't know it. So no one knows if this is called Satsumas in English? Oh, Sepultura, I do know a little bit, yeah. Like the, what was that? Cool, Farewell by Burnt. Check it out. It's not an orange, it's a small yellow one. Satsuma, okay, cool. Oh. No. Like that, right? Sepultura. Territory, yeah, War for Territory. Are you from Brazil? No, I'm from Stockholm, Sweden. Mandarin orange or Christmas orange. Okay, Christmas orange. I think Satsuma was a word, so I guess no, Satsuma. So I'm gonna go for that. Oh, you're gonna subscribe to my channel. Thank you. In bloom. So. No. I don't remember the end. Sell kids for food. We can have some more. I don't know any rest. Deftones, My Own Summer. Something like that. I don't remember. What's your playing through? So I'm playing through. Let's see if I can move this through this. So it's a Yamaha THR practice amp. It's really nice. I'm using the. I think this is based on the Modern channel. Let's see. Yeah, Modern. But there's a whole bunch to choose from. There's Modern, British high gain, lead, crunch. There's some clean sounds as well. Pretty good practice amp. It's the only one I have right now, as far as practicing goes. Typically, when I broadcast from the studio, I have the Mesa Boogie, which I play for you. But this is pretty cool. It's easy to find good tones from this one, so I like it a lot. Yeah, pretty. You mean like a clean distortion tone? Can go through some tones on it, maybe. Let's see if we can zoom in on the amp here. So I'll just go through my high gain presets. This is the one I'm playing. So I have some effects on. Without it, you can hear how it sounds dry. So guitar down a little bit. So with the effects, I think I have some delay and reverb engaged. Unfortunately, you can't see the settings of the presets, but so here's another one. High gain. That's pretty dry. I think we have a more chuggy one here. That sounds more high gain. Yeah, it's a modern as well, but just more gain. You can hear it's really scooped and bright and high gain. Now let's check out, I think I have a clean setting here, which sounds hopefully decent. I typically play this with a single coil guitar, but that's pretty nice. So yeah, we can do maybe a little bit of clean playing. I've played so much high gain. What's your favorite guitar shape for practicing perform? Oh, well, I mean, most of my guitar shapes are going to be Strat inspired. I mean, after all, this is a take on the Strat body. It's a bit thinner, but it doesn't have the cutaway, or what's it called, the thing here which Strats have. But yeah, the Strat body is awesome. I mean, it's hard to beat. Sometimes I think it's nicer that to have like a flat here instead of having the rounded Strat, because the rounded Strat body tends to slide away a little bit. But it's not a biggie. You know, you can just push the guitar down. You can push it back quite easily. Oh, so much effect here. Can we turn that down a little bit? So much bass. So much reverb. What time is it? It's 11 o'clock almost in the morning. House of the Rising Sun, I don't know any. Tuesday Gone, don't know that. Bohemian Rhapsody, man, I don't know all these tracks. First guitar was actually a Strat, like a Fender, no, a Squire Strat, a red one. I loved it. I regret deeply selling it. But back in the days, the only option for me to get a more like metalish guitar was to try to sell my Strats. So, but since I would have wanted to keep it. I got myself. I had that for many years, and then I got myself. I think it was like a Gibson The Paul. I bought it used, pretty decent guitar, like a Les Paul Studio, but not as heavy, not as big. I love Les Pauls. I don't have an SG. I would love to have one. Call of Cthulhu. Not like that, right? Top A guitarist from the 80s. Well, I mean, Yngwie is still around. Marty Friedman is still around, right? But Greg Howe, I love him. Tony McAlpine. Alan Holdsworth, but a lot of these people played in the 90s as well. Kryptonite, sorry, don't know it. Always remember us this way. Sorry, don't know it. Paul Gilbert, yeah. I've been inspired a lot by his REH videos. Cool, guys. So I'm gonna have to end this session now. It's been very cool hanging with you outside here, and lots of cool suggestions and interesting stuff. I do hope to have a little surprise for you in terms of these recording quality in these sessions. I broke my old like semi-pro HDV big Canon camera that I've had for like 17 years. I broke it a year ago or something, and it broke my heart as well, and I just couldn't get myself to buy something new. But now finally I think I have a cool camera coming in, so that's gonna be hopefully a little bit of an upgrade here, and it's also hopefully gonna make it easier for me to sync audio with video in real time, so we can get a much better audio quality, because I hated the audio quality recently. I don't know how it is now when I'm outside, but yeah, I'd like to be able to get better quality, at least in the studio. So thanks so much for tuning in. I haven't been told that I look like Gerardo Mendes. I hope he looks really good and powerful and strong. But I'm more than pleased to have so many of you here tuning in, speaking, being good to each other, and to me, which warms my heart. You guys are the best. So I want to thank you for being the best, and I've been Kristofer Dahl, and you guys rock. See you. Cheers.